Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
They bought these properties for their $1 million views. Well, now it's deteriorated into an awful-smelling swampland. We'll tell you what's happening along this once pristine waterfront.
Struggling for nearly a year for accountability and transparency, tonight the parents of the teenager charged in the Oxford school shooting now asking prosecutors to cease sending updates to Oxford parents. Good to have you with us at 11. That is one of several legal maneuvers the lawyers for Jennifer and James Crumbley filed, infuriating a lot of Oxford high school parents.
Those parents rely on email updates from the prosecutor's office to keep them in the loop on what's happening with the case. Mara McDonald is live in Oxford tonight. And Mara, that's not all the Crumbley's legal team is asking for here.
That's right, Kimberly. They filed 3 motions. The second one concerns reducing the Crumbley's bond. The third is asking that the prosecutor's office provide more information on an expert witness. And Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald's office says they're fighting all 3. When this email landed today from Prosecutor Karen McDonald's office, parents who already feel as though they have to fight every day to get information and transparency were furious. McDonald's office letting them know that one of the motions the Crumbley legal team has filed, quote, could impact our ability to communicate with you. Please know that the prosecution team strongly opposes that.
I was in disbelief that they could possibly say there's only 4 families that are the victims that deserve updates like that.
That's what the Crumbley's lawyers are arguing to the court, that McDonald's should cease sending out emails to all the parents of Oxford High students because they claim the emails are making unfair statements about their clients. Plus, they maintain this case only involves 4 victims. Parents who attended tonight's school board meeting find that supposition to be insulting.
People lost their children here. This is not a game. We're looking at the 1-year anniversary next month, and you know, we need to start moving ahead with the trials, and we need to start getting the answers that we deserve, and that includes everybody. We're all victims here.
Back here live, I can tell you after talking to parents heading into the school board meeting tonight, they view those email updates from the prosecutor's office to be critical and that they provide information on where these cases are going. We're live in Oxford tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, okay. Mara, thanks.
After a sunny afternoon, you saw it, umbrella out. Mara.
That's right. Kim Adams tracking those showers as well as more wet weather in the forecast, Kim.
We do have more wet weather in the forecast. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s, even in the upper 50s in a few spots, 57 in Pontiac, 56 in Ann Arbor. The rain started just when we thought it would, between 8 and 9 o'clock. 59 degrees with a few scattered showers at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning as you send the kids off to school. We get a brief break during the day in some spots, and then more showers and some stronger thunderstorms possible tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. The high before this cold front sweeps through should make it up to 70 degrees. Take a look at this temperature trend, though, for the next several days. After the cold front clears us, we cool down really rapidly. Thursday's high will only be 60. By Friday, 53. We get close to normal Saturday, but that's the only day in the next 7 days that will be even close to the normal high, which will be 64. And then we slide all the way down to highs, not lows, highs in the upper 40s by next week. We'll look at exact track radar and do some street level mapping for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
Election day fast approaching. A national voting rights organization brought its message in caravan to Metro Detroit. Black voters matter, making stops in Ypsilanti, Detroit, and Highland Park in hopes of encouraging folks to turn out on November 8th. Pamela Osborne live in Highland Park with more on their message. Pam.
Devin, their message is that there is power in each and every vote. That's the message they brought here to Avalon Village. They carried that message throughout Highland Park as they stopped by different neighborhoods, engaging with every person they saw.
This is the first time I ever saw this.
Eglorious Turner was a bit surprised to see full-size buses rolling down her Highland Park neighborhood. Her excitement only grew when she realized what all the commotion was about.
You're reminding them that they matter, number one, right? But that there's an important election on what day? November 8th.
Oh, there you go!
Cliff Albright is the co-founder of Black Voters Matter. They've been taking their message to cities small and large all across the country.
We believe that we have the power to decide elections in key states, whether it's Michigan or Ohio or Pennsylvania.
For proof of that power, he says, look no further than the 2020 presidential election.
It made them want to try to discount not the entire county of Wayne County, right? They just wanted to get rid of which votes? The Detroit votes, which by definition means what? Black votes.
But it's not just the presidential elections that matter. Because of redistricting, there could be no black representation in Congress for predominantly black neighborhoods.
So they want you to get out and vote, get your family to vote, everybody get out and tell 5 people to go vote.
Turner has been doing just that in hopes of bringing about the change she wants to see in her neighborhood.
Highland Park, we need a school.
As for Mama Shu, she's just excited to see messages of positivity and power in the form of mobilizing the vote come to her neighborhood.
It's happened a couple of times and it's happening more often, so I think that this is a good thing.
Black Voters Matter doesn't endorse any particular candidate. Instead, they really just get on the ground, start talking to people about the issues that are important to them, and then use that to help drive them and commit to going to the polls. I should also mention before they left, they did donate $5,000 to Mama Shu, her homework house here, so she can keep doing great work for kids and people who live in the Highland Park community. Reporting live in Highland Park tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne. Local 4.
Mama Shu, so great. All right, Pam. Now, with Election Day just 4 weeks away, more than 155,000 voters have already cast an absentee ballot. More than 1.6 million have been requested so far. That number is likely to rise. The state believes that more than 2 million absentee ballots may be submitted by the November 8th election.
One man is dead after a crash involving a truck and a Corvette. It happened around 1:30 this afternoon on Romeo Plank near 26 Mile Road in Ray Township. The driver of the car, a 34-year-old man from Macomb, died from his injuries. The truck driver was not hurt. Power crews are also out on scene because the crash wiped out a power pole.
After months of debate, the Detroit City Council votes to expand the controversial gunshot detection system.
Council approved funding for ShotSpotter on a vote of 5-4. The $7 million contract will be paid with money from the police budget, not from COVID relief money. Some Detroiters expressed concerns about privacy, while others support ShotSpotter.
Surveillance is not safety. We have drones in this city. We have surveillance helicopters in this city. We have Project Greenlight in this city. We have face recognition in this city. We have cell phone tracking in this city. At what point does it become enough?
Living in an area where you can wake up and feel safe and know that you won't walk out of the door and a possibility be shot, and know that if a shot does go off that you will have offers to show up because they exactly know where it's detected, is extremely important to me.
Detroit Police Chief James White says shootings have been cut in half in areas where ShotSpotter is being used.
Algae has taken over parts of Lake St. Clair, ruining what residents say was once $1 million view of the lake. We sent our Tim Pamplin there with the night cam to find out who's responsible for what's becoming a smelly mess.
We're along the shores of Lake St. Clair this evening in Harrison Township. $1 million views with boat slips are all being taken away by this algae bloom.
If I take a shovel over here and dig into the Lingbaya muck, you will gag.
He's not kidding. The stench out here today was awful. Granted, the temperatures were high, but all summer long, the algae bloom has been growing. And on top of the algae bloom is vegetation.
And this year it was a lot worse.
The algae growing up to 2 feet thick in places, and then starts the decomposition process.
It just deposits and it stays.
Blocking out those once $1 million views across the lake. This evening we saw it in process. The Lingbaya, the algae. It's white in its early stage, then turns green, and then to a sludge that absolutely reeks.
Supposedly, it's not hazardous. I don't believe it.
And it's quite a few dollars. You know, we've had some estimates on different aeration, different things, but it's, you know, you're $250,000 or more.
We did some calling around tonight. Tracked down Candace Miller. She oversees such things for Macomb County. She says, look to the west.
Oakland County, their discharges come right down the Clinton River and then out into Lake St. Clair. They will say they have nothing to do with this, but I'm not sure that that's true. I guess we're going to find out.
To say that we have any significant impact on algae growth, these are invasive algae that are growing in Lake St. Clair, is just not true.
So while the two counties and the Army Corps of Engineers try to figure out who is responsible for this, these residents just say they need help.
I'm tired of begging. Let's see some action.
In Harrison Township tonight, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.